It's hamstring is all I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad you're continuing to learn things. I mean, that's the most important thing in life. It's just to be a lifelong learner, you know?
I'm sorry,
Staving
Mom.
off dementia.
Look,
Oh,
this is
don't
what
worry,
happens.
this isn't making the show. Do you want to try something else
Okay,
for the intro?
Yeah, this is what I learned at the bar the other day.
Clip at 3:40. Note to self.
All right, what else we got?
Well, we can. I do want to talk about the
Baby races.
or lack there.
There's no baby races?
What's the point of a 1 p.m. game if there's no baby race? That's why you have the game at 1 p.m.
Look, who runs this franchise?
I want him out. I want him gone.
Let
Clean
him
out your
retire
desk.
right now, because otherwise, drawn and quartered.
It's like nobody's hands are on the wheel. I wonder what they're doing.
Or maybe one hand on the wheel and doing something else. I don't know.
Are we not aware of some sort of scandal in the baby racing industry? Maybe there's a big doping ring going on.
A juicing scandal. Mm-hmm. All grape, no OJ.
Yep. There was no... Yeah, you know. There
Oh,
was
I see,
that
by the
formula shortage
No,
during
no,
COVID,
no,
and now
no.
we've bounced back, you know? It's like people are double dipping on the formula.
Maybe just didn't want to steal the thunder from Rick Fusen's retirement.
Maybe because that would take a backseat to the baby.
Everything
race.
does, including basketball.
But what if you were given a car with a sunroof? Would that take a back seat or would it take a front seat?
It would definitely open up the door for hamstering. So, I don't know. That's I think
Cheers.
that's
Look it up, kids.
We're done.
Every time a door closes, a window opens.
A sunroof opens.
Open up a window.
Saltpeter John.
For God's sake, John, sit down.
Let's do a second sync.
What are we doing here? Sorry, Harper.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That must be Jervis with them. Shoot down.
That train is off the tracks.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to... yeah, so just prepare to be awash in undebeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is April 14th, 2024. This is episode 697. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss the end of the regular season. Pacers going 2-1 with games against Toronto, Cleveland, and what's left of Atlanta. Joining me this show are all three of our analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First from the high school home of Jamison Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland, it's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up, Undebeatables? Rejoice! Rejoice. It's playoff time.
Yeah, baby.
We're all very excited to hear that the playoffs are coming back. Proper.
I'm sorry, I'm a little slow on here. Look, just stop. We'll just do it now.
What?
Rejoice, Pacer Nation. It is at long last time for the NBA playoffs. And your Pacers road to the NBA Finals. I didn't know when it was time. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready.
I figured we could put it in whenever. That's Harper's time.
Yep.
Anyway.
No,
Well, not anymore.
Yeah,
Now
no,
it has
this is
to go
everyone's
there.
problem now. This is how we roll now.
From Asheville, North Carolina, our in-house bartender mixing up the drinks and the crappy jingles. It's John. Smoke Show, Colson.
Oh, smoke show. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It means you're attractive if you're a younger person, and just go on Urban Dictionary.
Don't worry, you'll always be our best offer to me.
Shout off playoffs. Playoff jingle. I spent the entire day stressed out. The entire 5 days stressed out about how this is going to go down. Lots to go through, but happy to be here to break it down with you guys. Shout out playoffs.
Shout out playoffs. And shout out to your jingle. I guess I'll second that. And from Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? Shouting out the home crowd and the home team. Always good to be with you guys. Playoffs, baby.
Playoffs, baby.
Yeah.
No, it's been 4 years since we played the jingle. I mean, that was a crappy jingle I made like 11 years ago. We haven't had it for 4 years, man. This is exciting. I did so much bell work back in the day. And then just been sitting on that.
It was sad when you had to sell them.
I know. I kind of gave up on my bell career. Yeah. It's not good. We're back, baby.
Well, before we get into all there is to talk about, we want to remind listeners that they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. And you can support us with your money for as little as $1 per month. So, as we have mentioned up top, and you've probably heard by now, Pacers going to the playoffs proper and solidifying the number 6 seed by just destroying the Atlanta Hawks. But there were 3 games total this week. First one, Pacers played the Toronto Raptors away Tuesday, April 9th, and came up big, winning 140-123. Very big games from Tyrese Halliburton with 30 points, and then 23 from Obi Toppin, 16 each from Turner and Siakam. Second game of the week, Pacers lose to a team they could have played at the playoffs. Friday, April 12th, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They come up short, 129-120, and Pacers were in this one late, but just could not seal the deal, and it slipped away. There were some... Strus was annoying. Donovan Mitchell had a fantastic game, and I don't think he played the previous game up against us, but he was back and he played very well. Jared Allen dropped 29 on our heads. And, of course, Karis LeVert and George Yang want to chip in as against their old teams. And from the Pacer side, 8 guys in double figures, nobody over 19. That was Halliburton, 19-12 that game. But it was a bummer, and we were hoping, Pacers could have gone up higher in the seeding if they'd won that game, but they did not, and took that loss into the final game of the season, of the regular season at home. Sunday, April 14th at the Fieldhouse, and Pacers just torch the Hawks. They won 157-115, dropping 49 in the first quarter, and 37-39-32 to close the game, tying the franchise record for a single season, or for a single game, most points in a single game, in regulation too, which is just bonkers. So, a couple things to say about this game first before I throw it to you guys. I got to go to this one with my son. We had a great time. He got to meet Boomer. Boomer was very gracious, even though my son wanted to see him, but was also scared of him. But we got a nice autograph, and he was having a good time. He was cheering really well. We clapped when everybody else did, and really enjoyed it. And he gives the pretzels a very high rating. But no baby race, and that was why I took him there. It's a 1 p.m. tip, no baby race. But the Pacers win this one and get the 6th seed.
Joey, I think we need to talk about this a little bit. Like, what's up with no baby race?
Which one? We maybe mentioned before, but like, it's a 1 o'clock game. It's nice weather. It was beautiful today. The only thing I can think of was that Rick Fuson, the CEO of Pacers Sports and Entertainment, was retiring after 40 years with the organization.
So what, they gave him the baby race spot?
I don't know. Maybe he always hated the baby race, and that was his last. Maybe next year's going to be all baby race.
I see. So every maybe all games have baby races from now on.
Maybe. When can it? You could only
late night baby races, afternoon baby races.
When they're young enough,
all the baby races. Because I do like the idea of the 7 o'clock games having like babies that are just, you should be putting them to bed, but instead you're making them race. Like they're cranky, they're tired, they should have gone to bed, and they're racing. I feel like it's like more of a battle bots or a.
Could make it difficult to officiate, because they're so cranky. But
I don't think America wants to see that.
Could get a little dirty out there.
Having seen it up close and personal, having a multitude of babies at the witching hour.
This could be the greatest sport that's ever been invented. That's all I'm saying, and
it's true. It's true.
So, Jason, what do you think of this last week, and what does it mean for our playoff run that we're getting ready to embark on?
Well, obviously, in the end, successful. The goal this season was to make the playoffs, and we have done that now, securing a 6th seed for the first time since the bubble in 2020. So this will be the first time that Pacers fans see playoff action in person since 2019. That's a solid 5-year stretch. Now, we also haven't won a playoff series since 2014, so it's been an even bigger drought, and maybe we'll be able to do that. We'll talk a little bit more on Thursday, I think, about our predictions for the series against the Bucks and whatnot. But I thought the Pacers did, a good job. They got off to a very slow start in that Toronto game, but worked their way back and ended up, handily winning that game. The Cavs game, I thought, was a frustrating game. The fact that we were even in that towards the end, I thought was a testament to how hard these guys fight and the defensive effort that they put on. We had just some very uncharacteristic turnovers throughout the game by some of our top guys, like, Miles Turner literally just passing it to the other team, Halliburton throwing it out of bounds, and we couldn't buy a bucket from 3-point range. And we got murdered on the offensive glass. That is to be expected. But even with that, we were right there. So that was good. And then the way that they came out today in that first half was just phenomenal. And I want to give a special shout out to Miles Turner, who just came out, looking to cook.
Looking like the team leader.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I wanted to give him a super shout out for his performance in that Miami game as well. He didn't score as well in that game as he did in this game, but he was a force on the glass and defensively. He throws up in this game 31, 12, and 4 blocks and was just everywhere, just made life difficult for everybody on the Hawks roster. And I think really set a tone.
Yep.
Yeah, like you said, Harper, team leader, sort of coming out. And
but you know what he didn't have today? A smothered chicken.
No
but
smothered
you
chicken.
know who did?
Who did get that smothered chicken?
Tyrese Halliburton in the Toronto game gets the coveted smothered chicken from Quinn.
Was that the first of the
First
year?
of the year.
I mean,
Wow.
a huge drought. Halliburton said maybe it wasn't really a smothered chicken, but hey, a smothered chicken is a smothered chicken. You don't get to choose the smothered chicken.
Right?
Quinn chooses the smothered
That's
chicken.
right. You don't choose it. Quinn chooses it.
Quinn was offended that Daenerys even questioned it. He was like, no.
So great. But no, it was the first of the year. He's not given a smothered chicken all season. This is
Yeah.
exciting stuff. I thought this was an uneven week in the sense that if the Pacers take care of business against the Cavs, we potentially could have the 4 seed. That was, we had the tiebreaker against basically every team except the Magic. If you win all the games, you could have home court advantage. If you beat the Cavs, or if you beat the you beat the Cavs, and then you have other people lose. This is a great opportunity, and we just didn't come out the gate well. We basically just sucked in the first quarter, and we didn't play defense, and it was a frustrating game. I'm with you, Jason, that we made it interesting, and uncharacteristic mistakes down the stretch. I really felt like this is a situation where Halliburton didn't want to take over. Normally he wants the ball in his hand. He's going to take that 3. He's going to make sure that he's running the offense. And a lot of it went through Nembhard, and even more than Siakam. And I was really curious about that. I don't know what was going on. Whether he was just whether Halliburton was, not confident in his shot at that point, or he'd turn it over and had the yips. But Nembhard did some great stuff down the stretch, but he also did turn it over. It was a frustrating game, the way we started it and the way we ended it. And I was very down on this team, and then we come out and just obliterate the Hawks, and we end up with a really nice matchup in the playoffs, because we love beating up on the Bucks. 4-1.
I don't think Halliburton's got the yips, man.
I don't know. I was really
So,
I was
in this
shocked.
game-
I was shocked by how much he didn't have the ball in his hand down the stretch in that Cleveland game. Like, he just kept giving it up. He took a couple shots for 3 early, and they didn't go in. And then he just was giving it to Nembhard, and Nembhard was having to take tough shots in traffic. I was just really surprised that in this really important game that Halliburton wasn't taking it on himself. I was surprised.
Yeah, these things aren't accidents. So I was surprised. Like, this is a road game to clinch the playoffs. This is very much a first approximation of what we look like in the playoffs. And it was very clear that Rick Carlisle had on his list second team burn. We did not shorten up our rotation for this game. We stuck with our bench, even when it looked like maybe we should pull those guys and get our starters on the floor. I was really, really impressed with Carlisle sticking with the second unit like that. It's hard, I think, as a coach, to stick with the game plan like that. But he did it. We didn't win the game, but that doesn't mean he didn't accomplish a lot of the things that he wanted to accomplish. And part of that is, getting these younger guys burned on the road. We know Halliburton can play and win on the road. We know that. But getting these younger guys burned in playoff situations is going to be the difference between potentially winning series in the future.
So do you think Halliburton was saying, I'm going to defer down the stretch to help teach my team? Like, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think he has the yips, dude.
Yips, maybe
Yes, I think it was
yips
part
is
of the
maybe
plan.
the
Of
wrong
course
term,
I do.
but like, I just don't know why he wasn't taking over. I needed him to do it, and he didn't do it down that stretch in Cleveland.
I mean, I agree with you, but I don't think it's been uncharacteristic of him over the last month, basically. That's kind of... I mean, we have been playing through Siakam, mostly, in the fourth quarters, and in crunch time.
Yeah, Halliburton demands
No,
double teams.
I'm with you, but we played through Miles Turner and Nembhard at the end of this Cleveland game, and it was wild. and we made a lot of mistakes, and also we made some great plays. And I mean, it was. But like, how is Siakam and Halliburton not the guys that are taking me down the stretch? My mind was blown watching this game.
Yeah, I kind of credited Cleveland's defense a little bit more than that. I thought that they did an excellent job
that's what
from the tip, basically, of disrupting what the Pacers wanted to do. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. That is true, without a doubt. They have length all over the place, and Halliburton has struggled with length against him. Although, I was trying to remember who they had guarding him, but
Mitchell?
I guess they were just switching a lot. It was Mitchell, so
Mitchell and Garland were doubling him, and
Yeah. I think they were just getting the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, they were just showing a lot of ball pressure. I mean, that's not only a good team, but a team that's better than its record because of how much time their best player missed. This is a really, really good team.
Oh yeah, not only Mitchell being out, but
Garland is. Yeah. I forgot how maybe I just never noticed how athletic Mobley is because normally we're guarding him with Turner, right? But you throw Siakam, who's super athletic, on him, he looks more athletic than he usually does. I mean. Yeah, that's just a good team. Okoro is a real player. He brings a lot of defense and is disruptive. Jared Allen, you can't ignore that guy. He'll burn you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cleveland's a very good team. You're right.
And they executed quite well. George Niang. The best part of that game was George Niang getting into it with T.J. McConnell. And they got the double technicals for...
I was like, come on, refs. These guys are clearly buddies. It's all right. It's all right.
And I mean, to your point, Harper, Cleveland did shorten their rotation.
Yeah,
I mean, they played 8 guys, and they played their
at home,
rotation,
and it took all of that to beat us. And yes, and that's with us making some uncharacteristic mistakes. So, I think that's a darn good outing. I would have liked the dub, but I'm not disappointed with the out.
I did want the W. I was very upset, but I'm with you. They're a good team.
Clinch at home. And it's awesome to clinch at home, and our fans deserve that.
Yeah, fans were nuts.
Yeah.
They were, I mean, how could you not be after just eviscerating the defense like that?
I mean, we can make guys look just bad sometimes. Even in the Cleveland game, there are a few plays where we just made a good defense look bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we will not go down as the overall number one offense in the history of the NBA, but I think we're still like top 5. I haven't looked at it since the season just ended before we started recording, but
my buddy Mike texted me and said that before the game started, this last game started today, we had the 9th most points scored in NBA history in a season, and at the end we had the 4th
There you
most.
go. I'll take that. Also, 1 point off of having the franchise record of most points scored in a game. Just lighting up the Hawks. We love to just light them up.
Yeah. Well, they don't play any.
I was going to say they kind of
like
invited.
to play offense, so it's a recipe for disaster for them.
No Clint Capella. I mean, come on, man.
Well, we also hung 150 on them earlier in the season.
157, in fact.
Oh, really?
Earlier in the season. Yeah.
Nice.
In that 157 to 152 shootout. Yeah, I mean, silver lining for the Hawks, I thought, we came out and just blew the doors off. 49 points in the first quarter, which is insane. And they, to their credit, just kept playing ball, and they eventually tied it back up, in the second quarter. And then kudos to our guys for responding and being no. They promptly went on a 12-0 run or something like that and just stretched it back out. And then who was the guy? Mohamed Gay?
Mm-hmm.
Gay? Yeah. This rookie, is he a rookie or I don't know. Anyway, some guy I had never heard of. He's a baller. That dude is good. He looks super comfortable. He was making veteran plays. Kind of got taken advantage of at the end. Halliburton had a nice and one on him. But
21-year-old rookie out of Wazoo. late second round pick by Charlotte. I don't know how he ended up in Atlanta, but yeah, definitely had a good outing against us.
Mm-hmm.
And no Isaiah Jackson for us in this one. Hopefully, this is a hammy. Hopefully it's nothing. He played a lot of games this year for a guy who's not used to playing an 82-game season, so hopefully they're just giving him some rest going into the playoffs, because we're going to need minutes from him for sure.
Speaking of 82-game seasons, Obi Toppin plays all 82 after going out of that Cleveland game with an ankle sprain after he had dominated the game for like a 3-minute stretch or whatever. So good to see him back out there.
I know we go.
Doing good
I know
things.
we don't do the NBA Undebeatables Awards till the Pacer Undebeatables Awards till the end of the playoffs, but and I know that T.J. McConnell is probably the sixth man, but man, Obi Toppin has been a revelation. He's just been a revelation. I love this kid. He plays so hard. I did not expect this. We picked him up off the scrap heap. We gave a second round draft pick to the Knicks for this guy. Like, this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. He's been fantastic all season, and I'm looking forward to him having some great playoff stuff going on, and that we're gonna probably put him on the Pacers top 25 of all time.
Shout out to Buddy Hield too. Played 83 this year.
Ooh,
League leading.
nice.
Buddy.
Do you guys know what the TJ? You know what that stands for? The TJ McConnell. Do you know what the TJ stands for him?
TJ Maxx.
True jumper.
It's turnaround jumper. All right. So, well, Jason, what do we got for games coming up here soon?
Well, we are playoffs action. We don't have the full schedule yet. We know that the Pacers will play at Milwaukee Sunday. What will that be? April 21st. They don't know the time yet. Time has not been announced. But and then they don't have the rest of the schedule out yet. I don't think so. That's all we know. Next Sunday. TBD time.
So we're taking on the Buckaroos. We played. What was our record of them this year?
4-1.
4-1.
4-1. And where's Giannis? We can talk more about this later, but where's Giannis on the health chart?
So he gets a full week of rest because we won't. The playoffs don't start till next. What did you say? The 21st.
Yep.
Sunday.
They were saying that he clearly missed the last 3 games of the season. That they said he'd be ready for the playoffs, but we don't know. He could miss.
It's a calf strain. Yeah. It's a soft tissue injury, so those are
could be he misses the first couple games. He misses no games. He's slower than usual if he plays. Like, we don't know anything, Joe. I never want to root for injuries, but I'd be okay if Giannis wasn't at 100%.
Giannis is literally named the Greek Freak. He will be there. He will be healthy, and he will be unnaturally athletic.
He will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he played the games that we beat them 4-1 in, so
yeah,
we have a strange matchup.
He also set a
them,
franchise record against us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
It should be a heck of this may be the best matchup of the first round based upon how entertaining the games were this season. This should be a good one.
This is what I wanted. I think this is what a lot of Pacers fans wanted because we tend to have a good matchup with them. They also seem to be a little weakened or wounded. There's a chance to take advantage of that. This kind of turned out as well as it could have, outside of the Pacers getting home court advantage by losing to the Cavs. So If you're gonna get the 6th seed, let's go against the Bucks. Let's do it.
That's right. Unless you think this was intentional, so we can
Maybe.
play the Bucks.
I mean, I don't know. There were so many things in the air, Joe. I think I spent I don't know 15 hours trying to figure out who the Pacers are going to play over the last 5 days. It's been a lot of work. I can't assume that the Pacers were banking on this. You just got to go and win. Because I'm doing the hard work. They're just playing basketball.
Yeah, you did. You put in the work. You did the math.
Yeah, they don't do math. They just, shut up and play ball or whatever.
Sometimes. All right, so I want to give just the end of season overall standings, and then just to end the show with that. In the East, the Celtics end up in the 1 spot, and they'll be playing the 8th seed, which will be decided by the play-in tournament. Number 2, Knickerbockers finish up in that 2nd seed. That did really well. They'll be playing the 7th seed, which again will be from the play-in tournament. Number 3, Bucks playing the number 6 Pacers, and the number 4 Cavaliers will be playing the 5th seeded Magic. The play-in games, the 76ers will play in the number 8 seeded Miami Heat, and the number 9 Bulls will be taking on the number 10 Hawks. And the 9-10 game, you got to win 2. You got to win 2 to get in. In the West, the Thunder ended up number 1. They'll be playing the 8th seed. Number 2 Nuggets playing the 7th seed. The Wolves ended up in 3rd spot, and they'll be playing the number 6 Phoenix Suns. And the 4-5 matchup are the LA Clippers, and they'll be playing the Dallas Mavericks. The play-in tournament for the West is going to be the number 7 Pelicans versus the number 8 Lakers, and number 9 Kings versus number 10 Warriors. So the Warriors and the Lakers, both recent champions, are going to be in the play-in tournament. And
I mean, the West is so deep this year. Pelicans won 49 games, and they're in the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
That's outrageous.
Yep. We've seen teams do some damage from the play-in tournaments. So
yeah, the Miami Heat went all the way to the finals last year.
Yep. Alrighty, we'll be back with you on Thursday to give a deeper look into the playoff picture. There's lots to talk about in those matchups. Until then, you can find us on social media. We are on Twitter at Undebeatables. We're on Facebook.com/TheUndebeatables. Our website, TheUndebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. You can email us, shout out at TheUndebeatables.com, and at the website /store is where the merch is.
For the architect Dummy Walsh and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Sicklinard, who I think would be thrilled that we are just in the playoffs and not having to do some play-in tournament bullshit. Let's do this thing. Let's go, baby. Turn out the lights. The party is over. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
I'm obviously very excited about the playoffs. Also, Monday, the day this show goes up, is tax day.
Boo.
And the
Yes.
WNBA draft.
Oh, well, that's cool. Let's do that.
Which is
What
cool.
do you got on that, Joe?
There's the Fever having a draft party at the field.
Are you gonna go?
I got tickets. I'm planning on being
Are
there.
you taking little one?
No, the draft starts at 7:30 or something. So,
Witching hour.
yeah, no way. No way.
Well, I assume that we're going to, draft Caitlin Clark.
You would think
assume
so.
Correctly.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. I'm very excited. I'm also very excited because my roommate was in one of those like random birthday party conversations you have. You know, you're just like you're in a group event and you're just making small talk, and somebody brought up Caitlin Clark, and she was able to tell them that Caitlin was going to the Indiana Fever because she's my roommate.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm very proud of her.
Oh, speaking of that,
You want credit because somebody else.
No, she listens when I
knew
talk.
that-
And then she was able to like feel smart against some random person who didn't know anything.
1 point for
That's
John.
Right. And 1 point for
Speaking
Angela too, my roommate. Everybody gets a point.
Okay, Angela gets a point
Yeah.
too. Okay, good.
Happy.
Everybody wins.
if you
There's
have
a lot of points at the
if you
house right now.
haven't
Is what I'm
seen-
saying.
if you haven't seen the Caitlin Clark on Saturday Night Live,
What?
I recommend.
Did that happen?
You should go do that. It was. It
Was she the
first
guest,
time.
or is it just like a one bit?
The only thing I saw was she did a guest host on like the Weekend Update.
Okay.
Or like a guest. She was a guest on Weekend Update.
Oh, nice.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but it was hilarious. She made Michael Che uncomfortable. So
Nice. Was there like a roof, open roof, and a hamster situation?
And
all right, thanks guys.
Sorry.
That was good.
Sorry.
Good callback.
Damn it. All right, I'll give you a good one. It's the Latin translation of toxic is toxicus. So they say.
that was benign. Still waiting for the punchline.
No, I mean, wow, I was trying to cancel out whatever all the words that Colson said so far.
Little palate cleanser
Yeah. All right,
Didn't
let's do
work.
it.
from Coulson's Toxicuses.
What about the
Toxic
Shaggy?
Kai?
What about the Shaggy defense? When you get caught committing a crime, and you just do what Shaggy did in the song and just say it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
You blame it on the dog, I think, is Shaggy's defense.
No.
Scooby!
Scoops!
that was really good.
All right.